always wanted to be a lawyer, but I had to have a trade to pay for it. And so I was a medical technologist before I went to law school, and I worked as a medical technologist 40 hours a week while I went to night law school at OCU. I was a hematologist and bacteriologist. I did all the bacteriology for Medical Arts Laboratory, and I was an incredible sticker. I had people that waited for me. In fact, G.T. Blankenship was one of my patients. He offered me a job. I would have been one of the first women attorney generals, but I couldn't take the job because it didn't fit with my schedule and my little 3-year-old daughter. But after I was appointed to the court, I went to a party and General Blankenship was there, and I went over to him and said, "Oh, it is so good to see you, and I've never forgotten your kindness to me and that you offered me a job when firms and other people weren't hiring women, and I really appreciate that." And this was like the first week or so after I'd been appointed. And he said, "Yes, yes." And he said, "And what are you doing now, honey?" And I told him. He was quite chagrined. And the very next day, I got a note from him which said, "I am so proud of you, and you have come a long way, baby." You know, there were no women lawyers that I knew at the time. The only woman lawyer I knew was Portia on the radio. You remember Portia on the radio?
Portia Faces Life. The story of a courageous and beautiful woman.
And she was busy facing life, but she was also a lawyer. And the other one was Deborah in the Bible, who was a judge. And I kind of liked that idea too. She was a mighty warrior and a judge. Great example. When I was admitted to law school, there weren't very many women. In fact, the years or 2 or 3 before, only 1 or 2 women were being admitted into OCU Law School. But the year that I was admitted, the deans admitted 11 or 12 women, and they were so proud of themselves that they called us the petticoat class. And at the end of 4 long years at the night law school at OCU in the barracks, the top 3 men in the class were women. As I was about to finish law school, Senator Cleta John Rogers came and asked me to come to work for him, as did Judge Murrow. I had an opportunity for a federal clerkship, and as I mentioned, General Blankenship. But I couldn't work full-time then and take carpool and make sure Jonna got to school, and so Cleta John said I could just work the hours that I could work, and he made it so accommodating. And after I worked for him for 2.5 years, Justice Ralph Hodges came and asked me to be the first woman staff lawyer for the Oklahoma Supreme Court. The day I was appointed to the court by Governor Nye, Chief Big Snake from the Native American Center called and said, "Yvonne, the phone's been ringing off the wall," because I said I'd always wanted to be an Indian, and I had. And he said, "And every tribe in the state wants to adopt you, but I've told them that the Cheyenne and Arapaho have to do it." And they did. I think I realized I was a leader when I played basketball, because I was a long shot artist and I could hit from way out. And when I was open, I would say to them, "Give me the ball, give me the ball." And I think, incidentally, team sports is one of the best things that young women can do. To realize there's a game out there, you're part of the game, but you learn how to play the game. And you can't do it by yourself. It is a team effort. I have an art gallery in Colony, and we featured artists from Oklahoma because that was sort of the genesis for Red Earth, that there wasn't a market here, and our artists weren't being admitted to Art Market in Santa Fe. And I thought, well, I can just start my own gallery in Colony, America, in the old post office that my great-grandfather built. And so the year that Dr. Dick West was featured, he sent his paintings. The Cheyenne Warrior Woman was one of them. And I was so intrigued when I took it out of the box, and I called him. I said, "Dr. Dick, did the Cheyenne really have Warrior Woman?" He said, "Yes." He said, "We are not like you guys." He said, if anyone can do the job, we gave them the job to do." So that is Buffalo Calf Woman. That's my logo, the Cheyenne Warrior Woman. And my staff doesn't like it when I get on that horse with that lance. Colony, Oklahoma is the mural capital of the world per capita. A mural for every 5 people. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. My legacy isn't Colony or Red Earth or the Judicial Center. My legacy is my wonderful daughter, Jonna, and my practically perfect grandsons, Jay and Winston. You just watch them.